Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kim, and today I thought we'd go through my holiday TBR. So I'm going on holiday. I'm away for 2 weeks. I am spending quite a lot of time at sea because I is cruising, and so I'm probably going to read on board. I can't guarantee I'm going to read on board, but I probably will. So I'm taking 3 books along with me, and I thought I'd just go through them and tell you what I'm reading on the boat and why not. So the first book that I will be taking is book 3 in the First Law series. We are doing First Law along, and the third book is The Last Argument of Kings by Joe Abercrombie. This is a chunker. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get through all of this on board. Usually I do the audiobook along with the book, but Scribd is being really annoying lately and cutting me off way too soon, so I don't know whether I can listen to this at the same time, but I will try. And yeah, it's a chunker. The text is very small. We'll see. So let's read the synopsis on the back. If you haven't read book 1 and book 2, maybe skip this part. And that's my mum ringing. Just had to take a call from mum, so we're gonna have to wrap this up really quickly because she's here to pick me up in about 10 minutes, so I need to do this quick. Anywho, let's get on to the synopsis of this one. Logan Ninefingers might only have one more fight in him, but it's going to be a big one. Battle rages across the north. The king and the Northmen still stand firm, and there's only one man who can stop him. His oldest friend and his oldest enemy. It's past time for Bloody Nine to come home. With too many masters and too little time, Superior Glockta is fighting a different kind of war. A secret struggle in which no one is safe and no one can be trusted. And, as his days with the sword are far behind him, it's a good thing blackmail, threats and torture never go out of fashion. Gisildar Luther has decided that winning glory is far too painful a process and turned his back on soldiering for a simple life with a woman he loves. But love can be painful too. A glory has a nasty habit of creeping up on a man when he least expects it. While the king of the Union lies on his deathbed, the peasants revolt and nobles scramble to steal his crown. Yet no one believes that the shadow of war is about to fall across the very heart of the Union. Only the first of the Magi has a plan to save the world, but there are risks. There is no risk more terrible, after all, than breaking the first law. Can't wait to get back into this world. I really can't. The next one is because of Steph Loves. She read this, absolutely raved about it, so I have decided to pick up Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney, and I think we're going to have a good time with this one on board. It's a shorty, so I think 338 pages, I think I can get through this on board. Let's read the synopsis. Daisy Darker's family were as dark can be. When one of them died, all of them lied and pretended not to see. Daisy Darker is arriving at her grandmother's house for her 18th birthday. It is Halloween, and Sea Glass, the crumbling Cornish town perched upon its own tiny island, is at one with the granite rocks it sits on. The Darker family haven't all been in the same place for over a decade, and when the tide comes in, they'll be cut off from the rest of the world for 8 hours. When the tide goes back out, nothing will ever be the same again, but one of them is a killer. Oh, can't wait to pick that one up. And the last one was recommended to me by another friend, thank you Connor, and he has recommended With a Mind to Kill by Anthony Horowitz. This again is a new release, and it is part of the James Bond extended universe, so I do love James Bond. It's 331 pages long, and yeah, really links me with my granddad because I sit down and watch James Bond with my granddad quite a lot, so I think I'm gonna love this one, but we'll see. Anywho, a murderer. It is M's funeral. One man is missing from the graveside. The traitor who pulled the trigger and who is now in custody accused of M's murder. James Bond. A world in crisis. Behind the Iron Curtain, a group of former Smash agents want to use Bond on a perilous mission that will change the balance of the world. Britain's greatest spy. Bond is smuggled into the lion's den, but whose orders is he following, and will he obey them when the moment to strike arrives? Ooh. So, those are the 3 books that I'm taking on board this cruise ship with me. Hopefully I can get through all of them. I'm also taking my Kindle with me just in case I do get through all of them and I can read another book. But yeah, that's all the books that I'm reading on board. Let me know what you think. Let me know whether you've read any of them, what you thought of them. Let me know whether you think I'm gonna like them. Also, why not let me know if there's a book you think that I should read while on board? I can always see if I can pick it up in one of the ports. Anywho, down in my description box you'll find a link to all of my socials. Come give me a follow on Goodreads, on Instagram and on Twitter. You can like this video, you can comment, and you can subscribe if you really want to. Or want to let me know you're here without actually talking to me. What should we leave this time? Let's leave a cruise ship emoji. Anywho, I will see you next time. Toodles.